Without remaining open to change, we cannot remain open to life. Ram Dass. Grand Rising! If you are a first time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your consistent support. Change is something that happens all around us, day to night, the changes in the seasons. However, sometimes we might find changes in our lives stressful. This meditation focuses on the lotus flower, as this flower has to change and overcome its environment to become something beautiful. If nature can adapt to change, maybe that is something we can embrace and be open to change when it is upon us. And before we start, before I go on to my other spiel, I want to share an image of the lotus flower because in this practice, we are going to need to generate that image within our minds. What did I do? Okay. And one day I learned how to generate images like this automatically so that when I ask you to put an image of the lotus flower, because this meditation is really going to focus on this beauty right here. And I want you to also focus on the petals, the colorful ones, as rare as the green petals on the bottom. We're gonna focus on that and how it changes, how it shifts to protect itself to its environment, to the climates, to changes in its surroundings. So if you can, keep that image in your head. And I'm going to move on so you don't lose sight of that image. But I wanted to plant that in your minds right now because, like I said, today's practice is going to call for you to be able to draw that to get the fullness of today's exercise. But before we go into today's exercise, if you haven't already done so, click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like button, comment if you care to share. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long, which I see a few of you have done that as of late. I thank you, thank you, thank you. You may think all of those gestures are small or insignificant, but to me, to this platform, they are highly significant. Speaking of change, it helps this platform to consistently grow, to transform to something beautiful like that lotus flower. So in advance, I thank you. And let us begin. So find a comfortable position to relax in, sitting or lying down. The choice is yours. Adjust your shoulders, adjust your hips. Allow your body to become comfortable. Slowly become aware of your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your eyelids to soften and your jaw to relax. Just breathe. Now imagine you are lying on the soft grass outside. The gentleness of the grass against your skin. The sun shining down onto your skin, slowly warming your body. How you see the blue sky and the soft clouds gently moving without a care in the world. Then you begin to listen to the pleasant bird song, to the gentle flowing of water. You then imagine you sit yourself up, to ground your hips and legs to the earth. To observe your surroundings from a different point of view. To look at the grass around you, the different shades of green. To see a small waterfall that cascades down into a lake. The contrast from the flow of the water at the waterfall to the stillness of the water at the edge of the lake. You take a moment to look at the waterfall, how the water gently glistens in the sunlight. Constantly changing. The water forever moving. How the ripples from the waterfall appear intense and constant, consistent at the base of the waterfall. You watch as the ripples expand. Changing to bigger and calmer the further they get from the waterfall. Until they gently disappear effortlessly into the water. That is when you first see them, the lotus flowers, around the edge of the lake, gently nestled in the muddier water at the edge. You almost didn't see them, so well hidden within the murkiness of the water at the edge. Such a contrast to the water flowing from the waterfall. The stillness at the edge of the lake. You notice every delicate ripple created by the dragonflies as they effortlessly glide from flower to flower. Your eye gaze settles on one lotus flower in particular. The size of the flower, the color of the flower, the size of the lily pad gently holding it above the water. You look at every petal, the shapes of the petals, how they all perfectly fit, how beautiful the flower is. You begin to notice your breath has become slower, deeper. You observe how something so beautiful can come from the murkiness of the water around it. You allow your focus to be the lotus flower. Everything else gently melts away, leaving you with the lotus flower. You gently pick the flower up from the water, holding the flower in your hands. Truly looking at the lotus flower. You breathe in, pause, and feel the stillness of yourself and the lotus flower. Then breathe out. You and the lotus flower have become one. As you breathe in, the lotus flower opens its petals wider, showing you more of its beauty and simplicity. As you breathe out, the lotus flower begins to close. You watch as it folds in on itself, protecting itself with its dark green outer petals. You observe how different the lotus flower looks closed, the dark green of the petals. How it appears that color to protect itself within the murkiness of the water. Then you breathe in and it opens once more. You watch as the flower opens, revealing vibrant color and changing in front of your eyes. You continue to breathe and observe the flower changing in front of you from full bloom to bud. How it gently changes with your breath. Your breath holds the potential for you to mindfully and slowly open yourself up to change. Like the lotus flower, when things seem dark or unpleasant, breathe in and allow yourself to open like the lotus flower. Look inward and find the beauty and light when everything seems dark. You slowly return the lotus flower to the lake, watching it naturally fall back into its surroundings. You breathe And continue to think of the lotus flower, how it changed itself for the better, to be something so delicate and beautiful within the darkness. Allow your breath to anchor you right now to how deeply you breathe, to allow yourself to breathe as deeply as you can. Feel the chest rise on the in-breath, the openness of your body on the in-breath, the openness to the possibility of change. How you will adapt like the lotus flower, slowly, internally, before opening yourself up to change when you are ready. Take one more deep breath in and open yourself up fully like the lotus flower. As you breathe out, allow yourself to close like the lotus flower. To slowly bring you inward. To become aware of how your body rests. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And take a moment to just be. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly open your eyes. I want to thank you all for listening. Namaste. All right, yes, see who is on here. I see a lot of activity on YouTube. First in line, I see Miss Pamela, and she says, Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising, Pamela. Then I have German. She's on Margaret Cockfield. And she says, Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising to you, German. Good to see you on here. Miss Pamela says, it's a beautiful day in Guyana, just hot. Okay. Well, thank you for giving us a shout out all the way from Guyana. I appreciate this. Yes. Hashtag global. German says it's raining here in New York. Okay. We as y'all know, I'm in South Florida, and we was getting a lot of the wet stuff, but it seemed like as the last couple of weeks, it seemed like we're trying to get into the fall mode. It's been nice, we've been getting nice little breezes lately. I think we're trying to get a little chilly. I don't like the cold, but I wouldn't mind it going down 5 degrees. I probably could even tolerate 10 degrees cooler. And that gives me an idea, Pamela and German. If you on live, even if you are watching this pre-recorded video, if you could give me a shout out, I don't need to know the exact city, but if you could give me the state or the country that you are currently residing in. I'm just curious. I think I did this once in the 3 years of doing this platform, just because I wanted to see where my audience is, where my viewers are coming from. So I want to do a check-in, a shout out, or you give me a shout out as to where you are at. I will appreciate that. Miss Marverine is on here. She says, morning, rare blessings. I received that. Grand rising to you, Miss Marverine, my friend. Miss Pamela says, expensively. Okay. You see, okay, I love it. I love it. I'm assuming you're referring to the practice today. And yes, it does help us exercise, realize, become in awareness of how expansive our life is, how when we get in touch and accept that life is all about change, that we expand, we evolve, we transform for the better, accepting that that is what life is about, change. To just, I don't want to say go with the flow, but in essence, we just have to go. We do have to go with the flow. We do have the power to adjust. We do have the power to obtain our dreams and desires as life is continues to change. She also says, I want to stay on the serenity of this practice. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for touching and agreeing. And thank you for always being actively present, actively participating in every single practice. I appreciate you for that. And Miss German says, I'm residing in Brooklyn. That's funny because I was yesterday after church, I was celebrating, affectionately call her my auntie, my friend Elisa's birthday. Her birthday is actually on Halloween, but she was celebrating it yesterday at dinner. We went to Brio's. I don't know if Brio's is outside of Florida, outside of South Florida. Beautiful place. I met one of her friends who's from Brooklyn. And I started sharing with her that I'm going to a close. How I think it was 14 years ago, I had a 3-month gig, acting gig, and I fell in love with Brooklyn. So I can imagine your accent if you have a typical Brooklyn accent. I love it. I love their mentality. It's almost a non-nonsense mentality, firm but loving at the same time. I could so much relate to the Brooklyn mentality. You missed the comment, says Pamela. Yeah, I intentionally missed that one of you referring to. Yes, you did. I read that because we had this dialogue, German and I, prior to starting the practice. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, I did get it. Memory isn't as bad as I thought. All right, going into YouTube. I mean, IG. I have 7 on IG. And how many do I have on YouTube? 1, 2, 3, is it 3 or 4 plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, short 2 of my 14 personal on live goal. Love it. We getting there. Miss Marverine is on, Miss Marverine is on both platforms, IG and YouTube. Thank you all for keeping both platforms active. You know, I'm trying to get that YouTube more active. That's why I stress hitting the like button, commenting, viewing, and if you care to share. Miss Shannon, hello, Miss Shannon. I know you play mommy duty with the doggies, with your birth children, all of that, and you aren't always able to come on live. So when I do see you, I get so elated, excited, ecstatic. So good to see you, Miss Martha. Hello, Miss Martha. I'm loving you, Martha. I know for a moment you couldn't come on live, but lately, the last couple of weeks, you have been on here live religiously. Thank you for your support. Miss Bernie, speaking of support, Miss Bernie, my healer, I love it when she comes in and lends her consciousness, because I love the idea of having someone who actually practices daily healing She is a healer, and I love the fact when I see her consciousness on here, because whether you know it or not, every practice, depending on the top, in spite of, if I'm using the correct word, regardless of, that's the word, regardless of the topic, each meditation I do with you all every morning is a part of a healing practice. So I'm glad, I'm always grateful when she is actually lending her consciousness live, because I know her personally. So I know when she's practicing this, she is also sending out healing vibrations and thoughts. So you all are being healed or getting healing energy and don't even know it. Or you might feel it. You might know. Let me not say that. Miss Shannon, I love lotus flowers. I have one tattooed on my arm. And you know, when I was putting this script together this morning, I thought about you. I knew you will appreciate the lotus flower being mentioned in this practice. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Shannon. Tiger Rose 9, just like Miss Margaret. There was a moment where you wasn't able to come on live every morning, but the past couple of weeks you have been on here religiously. That means a lot to me. When I intentionally mentioned to you all my goal of having 14 people on here on every live sessions, I noticed those who have challenges being on here in the morning, you guys from that point have been on every morning live. Don't think it has not been noticed. It's been noticed, and I'm so grateful for you all for that, for lending that consciousness. And I'm going to also add, I know you. I feel I know you all by now, and we have been together at least a year. I know you all are sending out loving energy and vibes as well. That's the whole point of me wanting so many people on live. So when people come into the pre-recorded video, they don't know, even though we've already done the video, I believe we put a stamp in each recording. So when people come on, whether they feel highly charged or lowly charged, when they view the recording, they are receiving loving, healing energy from the live recordings. So thank you all for that. Slim Brown, my cleaning lady, is in the house. Grand Rising again, thank you so much for doing a deep cleaning of my house Saturday for my little festivities I had that night. I so much appreciate you, and I got so many compliments on how the house just smelled so good. So thank you, love you, and you are. I appreciate you. If you need a cleaning lady or been thinking about a cleaning lady, Slim Brown is on here. She is spiritual as well. I love how this universe works. And not only gave me a cleaning person, a cleaning company to clean my new house, but it gave me someone that as she goes through each room, she is putting out positive energy because she is a positive person. And it's important to me to have, I know when you go out in the world, you can't select the type of person that you come in interaction with, and that's okay. But the people that I allow in my immediate circle are positively charged, and she's one of them. Speaking of positively charged, I had Miss Kioka in the house. Grand Rising to you all, and you all, yes, we take advantage of me giving you all personal shout outs because I am seeing it, and Miss Kioka is holding that consciousness with me. We're gonna get so big that I won't be able to no longer individually be thanking you all and giving shout outs. So get ready for it and take advantage of it now while we're able to, while we are a small family. But let's not be too comfortable with being small. This is, I believe, this is positive, this is powerful what we do every morning. And I think people can benefit and be loved and positively changed by this practice. So yes, cultivate #global. Miss Margarine says, morning, red blessings. Yes. Miss Shannon says, namaste. Thank you for touching and agreeing. I knew you was going to be in here somewhere. Miss AP is in here. Grand Rising. Slim Brown says, Grand Rising. Miss Keoka, there it goes. Hashtag global. AP is from South Georgia. You know, I never knew that. Yes. Miss Shannon, South Florida, LOL. Yeah, we're neighbors. Yeah, I love it when you all comply and respond so quick to my request. Miss Keoka, South Florida, Tiger Rules 9, South Florida. Keoka, we love Brio, so do I. Keoka, I am a Queens girl. I know that because when I was there for that 3-month gig, I considered living with your mom at that time. And she was willing to take me with open arms. Miss Shannon, I'm on YouTube and IG. Okay, I don't see you. It's funny because YouTube don't always show me everybody that's on there. Keoka, I went home to New York City just to see Reverend performance. Okay, yes. Shannon, your camera on YouTube is showing your lap. Oh, yeah. It's because the way I have it set up, in order for me to read who's on IG, I have to bring the top down. I'm sorry for y'all looking at my lap right now. I'm trying to get through this. You are preaching yesterday. Jump. Keoka's talking about yesterday, and I thought about maybe after the fact that maybe I should have got a small clip of it, but you could tune into it because my church does YouTube recordings of each of our service. So yesterday was a big day if you have to tune off, you could tune off because I'm just sharing now. Yesterday was a big day for me. Not to mention the night before, I had a small Halloween gathering at my house. Had to wake up first thing in the morning to go to church. Church itself was a huge. I was wearing many hats. Not to mention, I don't know if I shared with you all at my church. I am the praise leader. So at the beginning of the service, I'm leading the praise songs. I'm also a prayer chaplain at my church. Yesterday was my debut as prayer chaplain, not as prayer chaplain, but my debut of leading the invocation and healing treatment at the beginning of the service. So here I am playing praise leader and prayer chaplain on platform, making those transitions. And I got so many compliments on that. So I'm happy to see that I made those transitions flow. Talking about change, y'all. I'm accepting the changes in my life. I'm accepting taking it to another level. And I'm referring to my spiritual journey and what that will mean as far as the different hats, different roles. I'm gonna leave it at that. Those who go to my church, those who are in that circle I'm talking about, they know what I'm referring to. Miss Pamela is also on IG. Good. Thank you. Okay. Please Google Diana connection to that flower. Okay. Yes. That's y'all state floor. That's your state flower. Thank you for sharing that. Miss Pamela is from Baltimore, Maryland. Martha, South Florida. Shannon, it's okay. Just didn't know if you knew. It's all good. Keoka with the smiley face. All right. Okay. Ooh, it's 34 after, and I still got to clock in to work. All right. So a friendly reminder, in the spirit of Halloween, in the spirit of the fall season, tomorrow I will have a special meditation for you all, a pre-recorded video. I think you all will enjoy it. I will be uploading that meditation for you. It should be available for you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages. Make sure you tune in. Okay, well, folks, this concludes today's practice. It's their national flower. That's what I meant. Let us go forth being the lights that we are. Peace and blessings. Mwah.